Hi, my name is Darren Hibbs. I've been teaching in the Department of History and Political Science at Nova Southeastern University for the last 12 years. I teach a range of philosophy classes, including modern philosophy, metaphysics, ethics classes, etc. But today I want to talk about one in particular that's titled Symbolic Logic. So what is symbolic logic? First of all, what's logic? Logic is a discipline that is concerned with arguments, specifically whether or not arguments are successful or unsuccessful. What's an argument? An argument in logic is an attempt to prove that some conclusion is true by offering evidence in support of it. Logicians are interested in what makes one successful and what makes one unsuccessful. The first step in achieving that assessment is to classify the argument according to type. There are two types in general, inductive and deductive. The symbolic course is interested in the deductive variety only. Inductive arguments are about probability. We're not concerned with that in this class. Deductive arguments are set up to establish that the conclusion is necessarily true given the evidence. That is, it's impossible for the conclusion to be false if the evidence offered is true. That's either true or false. The argument either succeeds at that or it doesn't. In symbolic logic, what we do is take arguments in natural languages, in this case English, and we translate them into a symbolic language. The symbolic language is something like a blueprint of the argument, like you would have in an architecture setting or context. We're interested in determining whether the blueprints are sound blueprints or unsound. And we have a variety of techniques in this class, once we have the arguments in symbolic form, to judge that. Truth tables is one method we learn, and then secondly, a method known as natural deduction, which involves a number of rules that govern what propositions follow from others. So, in the class, we spend part of the time translating from English into symbolic language, and then the rest of the time dealing with the techniques to determine whether the arguments are successful or not. One application of this course that you might find useful is that you can symbolize information on standardized tests to assist in eliminating incorrect answers and finding the correct one. So it can be beneficial in standardized test applications. So if you're interested in logic in general or symbolic logic in particular, I invite you to take the class.